there! People are generally irresponsible concerning population growth, while overpopulation is the number one cause of harmful climate change and a chief cause of environmental destruction. The idea of colonizing other planets supposedly excuses the irresponsibility of overpopulation and trashing of our planet. Instead of laboring to preserve the planet God left us, the excuse of colonizing other planets is used, although all other planets and moons are irreparably dead and uninhabitable. Likewise, the end of the world is often predicted every 5 years, another excuse to ignore our world's problems. Instead, we must seriously address population growth. Although Jesus may have never mentioned overpopulation, perhaps that is because this problem does not require special insight. Rather, it's simple mathematics. Earth will eventually fail to contain our ever-expanding population. Increasing population growth worldwide is extremely well documented, no matter who denies it. Almanacs, atlases, encyclopedias, and websites dealing with population verify that human populations are not just expanding, their rate of increase is expanding. For example, doubling 3 is a greater numerical increase than doubling 1.5, and doubling 6 is a greater increase than doubling 3. Overpopulation and its consequences have been documented since AD 210 by early church father Tertullian. His treatise on the soul states, "What frequently meets our eyes is our teeming population. Our numbers are burdensome, our wants grow increasingly more acute, and complaints become embittered. Pestilence, famine, wars, and earthquakes must be regarded as remedial for nations, pruning the human race's abundance." Tertullian's lamenting was premature, since our planet's western hemisphere was still largely uninhabited. But today all continents, except extremely undesirable Antarctica, are plentifully inhabited. There must come a time when couples who purposely have 3 or more children are clearly very selfish and irresponsible. Besides each person producing human waste, garbage, pollution, and consuming limited resources, extreme overpopulation will inevitably cause more starvation, wars, disease, and cramped conditions. Besides, we have become more distant as a society, quite distant, whereas in yesteryear almost everyone knew everyone else. And every child a couple brings into the world after their second forces another couple somewhere to have less than 2, or at least eventually. One may consider him or herself special, and by having many children, they will allegedly pass on their supposedly good qualities. However, let's say 10 million people are surveyed. One question is, does your overall life benefit society? Is it neutral, or is it detrimental? 80% answer beneficial, 20% answer neutral, and 0 answer detrimental. Yet when asked about others, they consider 40% of people beneficial, 50% neutral, and 10% detrimental. If such surveys ever take place, the numbers from both questions better match, or society's thinking is seriously distorted and needs correction. Considering these facts, I ask myself, is the life I'm living doing more good than harm, or not? Unfortunately, those whose lives are doing more harm than good are unlikely to analyze themselves. Years ago, conscientious, environmentally concerned intellectuals were told that overpopulation would destroy the environment and lessen everyone's quality of life, and I agree. Books such as The Population Bomb urged couples to go childless or limit themselves to 1 child as the ideal. The fatal flaw was that the only ones intellectual enough or caring enough to read such books and practice their ideals were the very ones who should have expanded their families, not sacrificed them. The hordes of illegal aliens, those on welfare from being irresponsible, third world types, illiterate people, and such like are highly unlikely to read books such as The Population Bomb or apply their precepts. Note Matthew 21:18 and 19. In the morning as Jesus returned into the city, he hungered. When he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it and found nothing thereon but leaves only. He cursed it, saying, "Let no fruit grow on thee henceforward forever. Immediately the fig tree withered away. Mark and Luke have similar accounts. In these accounts, the tree, like many people, consumes Earth's nutrients but produces nothing in return. Therefore, I would remove Emma Lazarus's poem from the Statue of Liberty with its accepting the world's so-called wretched refuse. Accepting degenerates' refuse in that, without them willing or able to change, is outside of Christianity. Many are mentally and or physically handicapped and or have fallen on hard times. Christians are obligated to help those types of people. But socialized medicine and other welfare programs, though an imperative, won't work if hordes of irresponsible people are abusing the system. They must be punished, curtailed, and made to sacrifice before the entire system collapses. In the television show My Favorite Martian, the aliens ship crash landed on Earth. An extraordinarily open-minded and compassionate man, Timothy O'Hara, took him in and provided his every need. In return, Tim benefited from the elderly Martian who shared Tim's values, had superhuman wisdom, knowledge, and powers, and became Tim's closest friend who constantly helped him. Uncle Martin, as he called him, took the leadership role in the friendship. His bumbling dorkiness and strange ways did not nullify this right. Real aliens are often the exact opposite, exhibiting foolishness and stupidity and leeching and reproducing to create more leeching. See the book Alienation, Common Sense About America's Immigration Disaster. The warning from that book was not heeded, hence a new warning in the book Adios America, the left's plan to turn our country into a third world hellhole. It is politically incorrect to oppose irresponsible breeders, illiterate people, fornicators, and others with low morals. Yet highly intelligent, nice men with high morals who don't tell people what they want to hear are considered weird because they're different, like Tim's adopted friend, and are despised, shunned, and persecuted. If you are contributing to this evil, stop! As Earth's most intelligent, though most foolish creatures, we can do far better.